Hello folks, so now we're going to be looking at part B. We've already done the 60 minutes before we're due to start with our online presentation. Now we're looking at that critical 10 minutes before, and I must just stress here that that 10 minutes becomes 15 minutes if you're interviewing somebody else, because you want to make sure that they're online and that everything's working from a logistical point of view, and that you've got those extra 5 minutes to sort out any glitches. If it's just yourself running the webinar or the remote speech, then 10 minutes, and these are the things that you want to do. So you've got the attire on that you want, you've got a fresh outfit, and what you do is you bring with you a glass of water, not cold and certainly not iced, but preferably even warm. You take a nice sip of it. You make sure that your throat is feeling good. Preferably you've done a few warm-up exercises before you get started. And the first thing that you want to do is just check your background, that it's the way you want it to be. So as a back channel, you can use WhatsApp or SMS in order to communicate with your co-host or who's ever helping you. Of course, it is a good idea to have some assistance, because when you're doing an online presentation, there are a lot of things that you have to think about, and every now and then having somebody to be able to sort out a problem that happens while you're busy presenting can be a huge help and a huge comfort, and it takes a lot of stress off you. Okay, so you've got your back channel. That's point number 3. Point number 4 is your positioning. So you want to make sure that you're lined up nicely from a point of view of width and a point of view of height. And ideally you want just a small space between your head and the top of the screen, and you want to be sitting comfortably so that you're in the middle of the camera. If you're using a screen, obviously you want to be at one side, but you want to ensure that you're properly in the camera and that the screen can also be seen clearly. So your positioning is quite important, and you've got a minute or two just to sort that out. The next important thing is your lighting. I spoke about that in a previous tip, so I'm going to go into less detail here, but just make sure that your face is lit up properly on either side, that you're not lit up like a beacon, and that you're not in shadow. You want to be able to be clearly visible, and you preferably want a clear picture when you're speaking to people. Then distractions. Any distractions that are within your control, just decide that you're going to deal with them in a very calm way, and that you're not going to let them upset you. Even if it's an issue of trying to share your slides and you don't get it right up front, just remain absolutely calm, because that'll portray you in the best possible light. Your final step is to make sure that you're in the right frame of mind. What you want is to be looking forward to your presentation. You want to be relaxed. You want to have those logistics in place. You want to know that you've done 1 or 2 or even 3 rehearsals so that you know what it is that you're going to say. And you want to know that those logistics are where you want them to be, so that when you start off, you can relax, enjoy yourself, and pull off a stunning presentation. So just to give you a quick summary of those 2 lists, the one is the 1 hour before. So it's check email, number 1, 2, close apps, 3, shut down and reboot, 4, check your Wi-Fi connection, 5, do a speed test, 6, open Zoom or whatever it is that you're using and allow any updates to run, do an audio test, do a video test. Number 8 is make sure your timer is set up, and then we'll be looking at camera position for the next one. Your 10-minute test. Have your glass of water, warm please. Make sure your background is right. Have your back channel in place. Number 4, your positioning, sideways and up. Make sure that the lighting is right. So if you want a shadow on the side of your face, you turn off your light that's helping you. Otherwise, you stick it back on again. Really helps quite nicely. Make sure that you've handled any distractions. Get into the right frame of mind. And then lastly, if you're planning to record the session, have an alarm set so that just as you're about to start, the alarm goes off. It reminds you to record the session, so that if it's a really good one, you've got a record of it, and that you haven't forgotten to switch your record button on. All the best.